good people? We're here with part 35 of Chronicon. Archaix.com. Make sure you check out the Archaix YouTube channel. Jason's just dropped a bit on the Holy Bible. Talks about the four horsemen of the apocalypse, the fifth rider. Mentions the seven seals, the scroll, all that good stuff that you want to get in on. The gnosis. Now in the background, we've got some Final Fantasy VIII OST. This is the legendary beasts. Fire tune. Now, you'll all realise we're still in 2239 BC. We're still talking about the flood. We're going to get deep in on the flood tonight, so let's do this. Earthquakes and strange electrical storms rage as the heavens seem to spin end over end as Earth rolls without axial stability. Noxious gases and chemicals poison the world, killing many, and the basement rock, foundations of Earth, are broken, and the entire surface of the crust is rippled with new mountains and valleys, and cities of the world are buried in violent subsidence. Pillars of lava are thrust high into the air as boiling water spews up from below the ground, towering geysers that burn thousands and thousands of square miles. Volcanic resurfacing occurs, and the rains continue through it all. The marine atmosphere, a thick water vapor canopy that made the biospheric conditions on pre-flood Earth so unique, collapses. The source of the rainwater that caused the flood was never terrestrial. In fact, the planet enjoyed a surface, sea or seas in a literal ocean above, called in Genesis, the firmament. The firmament magnified the heavens like a lens, allowing the ancients a better view of the heavens, to see the planets closer up. In fact, the planet Venus, Jupiter and Saturn still have these vapor canopies. Had not a large celestial body penetrated the upper mesosphere at the exact same time that Phoenix exerted a powerful gravitational pull on Earth's outer atmospheric levels at the instant of direct transit between Earth and the Sun, the marine mesosphere would still be in place, and the stars and planets of the night sky would be much larger. The Great Flood was the first time mankind had ever experienced rain. Rain was never necessary in the antediluvian biosphere because the mesosphere and subterranean water table, according to Genesis 2, caused a mist to water the face of the earth every morning and evening. The mesosphere took 40 days to fall completely to the earth. With internal core pressure intensified by the proximity of Phoenix, which is several times the mass of Earth, the subterranean water reservoirs boiled upward over the land at the same time the mesosphere drained the atmosphere of its watery firmament. The waters of the flood are still with us today, having accumulated at the poles covering Antarctica in a 2-mile-high ice cap and the North Pole, some mixing in with Earth's ocean and precipitation cycle. Every time that it rains on Earth, some of these water molecules were existent when they had fallen out of the sky in 2239 BC. The greatest impact was that of Chicxulub, the crater that carved out the bowl of the Gulf of Mexico, an impact zone on the opposite side of the world from where pre-flood civilization was centered in the land we call Egypt today. Chicxulub is the devil's tail in the Yucatan of Central America. The Anunnaki, having taken on physical bodies that they cannot escape out of now, are imprisoned by the Godhead, those having descended to sexually unite with the daughters of men. Their progeny, the Nephilim, hybrids and giants, are obliterated from off the face of the earth. The scribe of Jeremiah the prophet named Baruch wrote, "In what is now called Baruch, these were the giants, famous from the beginning, that were of so great stature and so expert in war. Those did not the Lord chose, neither gave he the way of knowledge unto them, but they were drowned because they had no wisdom, and perished through their own foolishness." A global ocean is created, and the ark is lifted in the waters, megalithic anchor stones keeping it from lifting. The former surface layers of the planet were scrambled, and much is reconstituted according to weight and density, with billions of dead people, Nephilim, hybrids, giants, Animals from land and sea are deposited in the deepening water and buried as immense pressure from radioactive materials boil the oceans and entomb dead bodies in many layers. The saturated, carcass-strewn sediments are cooked under these conditions, which burn the effects of the flood into the facetious geological column. The old world has been turned into a planetary fossil of a former global ecosystem that had not known Arctic poles nor seasonal changes, but was a virtual year-round greenhouse. Alright, we'll stop it there, guys, and we'll be back tomorrow night with more Chronicon. You know it. Have a good night.